Developing your interpersonal skills and teamwork skills is important because in the early part of your career, actually throughout all of your career, you're going to be working with other people. Beginning to identify how you best work and interact with those people now will help you as you move on into the early part and throughout your entire career. Our experts will share their experiences and where interpersonal skills have been very important to them in their daily jobs.
Having the interpersonal skills is critical. And what I mean by that is being able to interact effectively with other people. In the scientific field, can be sometimes introverted, and I'm an introvert, but you have to learn how to engage with others and engage effectively. And that takes practice sometimes, coming out of your shell, but it is extremely important.
When I graduated, I probably was not very gregarious. I've certainly developed a capability of introducing myself, engaging in conversation somehow, and making that person that I'm engaging with feel that the conversation is about them and not about me.
If, say, a person that you're meeting with, if they seem really uncomfortable, being able to then shift communication strategies to then be able to be like, I get the sense that they're kind of feeling uncomfortable. How can I ask better questions to then be able to make people feel more at ease and therefore more trustful of what it is that we're trying to convey about the value of really Earth system science?
There are some times when forecasts, do not work out. But I think if you have a relationship with clients and you have long-term trust with them and they're reasonable people, that all works out. And you talk about that, and then for every forecast that doesn't work out, the next 4 or 5 are going to work out.
Being able to articulate yourself, communicate in a way that allows people to hear you, but that you're willing to hear back, because being able to do that is really important. Having that, I guess the best word to encompass that is building trust and rapport. It's how you overcome conflict and troubleshooting that really bonds people together, that to the point where even your customers can become your friends. I know it sounds corny, but it's true.
The skill of networking is generally not introducing yourself so that you can get something for them. It's introducing yourself so you can ask what you can do for them. And if you do that enough, the benefit of doing that comes back around, and you will get helped in ways that you never would have expected.
I think being brave is super important, whether you're at AMS, networking, or whether you're on an airplane. I mean, I've been surprised the type of people that I've met and had the opportunity to learn from in places that I least expected. Be brave, introduce yourself, and don't think that anything you say is going to be considered, oh my gosh, I can't believe that person asked me that or that came up to me. People actually appreciate when you're brave. You actually stand out more when you put yourself out there and be a little bit vulnerable than if you do something too cookie cutter.
A lot of exciting opportunities that I have stumbled upon, it's really been by stepping into spaces and interacting with people where it frankly felt very uncomfortable because I hadn't been there before. And so if you can just come to someone or come to an event with some burning questions that you would really like answered, and you do a little bit of research to understand who you're talking to and phrase that question, people like talking. That helps me get comfortable in those situations, and that's something that at the end of the day, we're all people. Skills like networking, really leveraging people and their experience, and using that as a resource to answer questions and figure out not just what you want to do, but also what you don't want to do.
As you move out, especially into your early career in the private sector, you're likely going to be working on a team. So getting practice in that now, in group projects in class, the more of those that you can do and the more of those that you can sort of develop, improve your skills, and then in an interview talk about those experiences where you did group projects, that tells the hiring manager that you have experience and that you're developing those skills and gives you a leg up.